Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet. In this session, we'll be discussing from the 38th verse of the 17th chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Suta Uvacha Abhyartitas Tada Tasmai Sthanani Kalaye Dadau Dyutam Panam Striyas Suna Yatra Adharmas Chaturvidhaha. Suta Goswami said, Maharaj Parikshit, thus being petitioned by the personality of Kali, gave him permission to reside in places where gambling, drinking, prostitution and animal slaughter were performed. This is a very, very, very important verse in the entire Bhagavatam, I would say, because this describes the 4 places where Kali was given permission to reside by Parikshit Maharaj after his life was spared. And who's Kali? Kali is the one who spreads irreligion. He spreads evil influence. He influences people in an evil way to commit sinful activities, even though they may not be sinful otherwise. So what are those 4 places? Parikshit Maharaj gave permission to Kali to reside in a place where there is gambling going on, Dyutam, Panam, where there is intoxication, consumption of intoxicating drinks or even smoking intoxicants like tobacco, and prostitution, striya, illicit connection with women, prostitution, illicit sex, and animal slaughter, suna, animal killing for the sake of eating the animal flesh. So these 4 places were the places designated by Parikshit Maharaj for Kali Purusha to reside after his life was spared. Which means that in Kali Yuga, wherever these 4 activities are going on is a place where Kali breeds all kinds of irreligiosities. Irreligiosity means breaking the principles of dharma and thereby committing various types of sinful activities and becoming implicated in sinful reactions to suffer severe punishment by the laws of nature, which is the laws of God. So if at all there is any suffering, it is only because of sin. And sin means to break the principles of dharma. And this dharma is given by the Supreme Lord. And where is it explained or where is it described? In the authentic scriptures. Again given by God. And anybody who violates, they are actually punished. And Kali Purusha, particularly in this age, the influence of the atmosphere, prevailing atmosphere, is an evil influence. Kali Kalmasha, it is described in the Kali Santarana Upanishad, especially to overcome the bad influence, the evil influence in Kali Yuga of committing sinful activities or becoming implicated in different types of sinful activities or becoming a victim of these four sinful activities: gambling, consuming intoxication, prostitution, and animal slaughter, animal killing. So these four sinful activities particularly are the places designated for Kali, and therefore Prabhupada writes a very elaborate purport. We will try to discuss this purport in this session and one more session because it's a long purport. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, the basic principles of irreligiosity such as pride, prostitution, intoxication and falsehood counteract the four principles of religion, namely austerity, cleanliness, mercy and truthfulness. See, already it was explained, dharma stands on four pillars, religious principles. There are four religious principles on which religion is based, dharma is based. Now this is nothing to do with which religious system somebody may subscribe to. That means the religious principles are four, fundamental religious principles are four. It is meant for all humanity all over the world, irrespective of their belief system, irrespective of their tradition, irrespective of their caste or irrespective of their inclinations to work, irrespective of their karma. Four fundamental religious principles: austerity, cleanliness, mercy and truthfulness. Austerity is destroyed by pride. Cleanliness is destroyed by prostitution. Mercy is destroyed by intoxication. And truthfulness is destroyed by falsehood, cheating, lying, propaganda. So the personality of Kali was given permission to live in four places particularly mentioned by the king, namely the place of gambling, the place of prostitution, the place of drinking and the place of animal slaughter. So you can understand, gambling means cheating. Krishna explains this in the Bhagavad Gita. Dyutam chalayatam asmi. Among all processes of cheating, gambling stands supreme, because gambling is nothing but cheating. See, people indulge in gambling with the idea that without much effort, by some small investment of a real small fraction of money, I can earn a huge amount of money, which is enough for my living the entire life. This is exactly what is the basic principle of gambling. Just like there are many different ways people indulge in gambling. Let's say they buy a lottery ticket. They may pay 5 rupees, but the first prize for that lottery ticket will be, I don't know how much nowadays, but earlier I have known that people would say I can win 1 crore rupees. Or I can win 80 lakhs. Just spend 5 rupees and then if you win the lottery, the first prize, you get 1 crore rupees. So where is 5 rupees and where is 1 crore rupees? So this is basically cheating. So this gambling destroys truthfulness. Because it is cheating, it is falsity, it is falsehood. Then prostitution destroys cleanliness. So illicit sex is the cause of Varna Sankara population. Varna Sankara population. And such Varna Sankara population results in all kinds of breaking of religious principles. Breaking of religious principles, and they are criminal minded. It pollutes the mind. This Varna Sankara population, the mind is polluted. They are criminal minded. Even without any external bad influence, by birth itself they are criminal minded, because they are conceived in lust. And this is a big science. It is explained in the Bhagavatam elsewhere, how to conceive good children. And when is it that two people, a man and woman combining sexually, produce a criminal mentality, a child with criminal mentality? So prostitution is the cause for that, illicit sex of all description. As a cause of destroying cleanliness. And the place of drinking is intoxication, where intoxication indulge in, it actually destroys austerity. Somebody becomes inebriated, somebody becomes delirious, then there is no possibility of them executing austerity or tapasya. So tapasya is destroyed by intoxication. And animal slaughter, killing animals, destroys the quality of mercy. Only hard-hearted people, cruel people, people who are merciless, they indulge in animal killing simply for the sake of satisfying their tongue by eating animal flesh. So they are heartless, they are cruel, and their quality, inherent quality of compassion in a human being is destroyed by animal killing. So meat eaters, animal flesh eaters are necessarily very, 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 very cruel people. They are cruel people. Sometimes I've heard the argument that even though somebody is a meat eater, they are very nice, kind. Where is their kindness if the very eating, which is a very basic necessity for survival, itself is based on the principle of cruelty towards animals? Where is kindness? Oh, we are kind to human beings and we don't care for animals. How can you be kind to one section of the created beings of God, creation of God, and be totally indifferent or cruel or merciless towards another section of the creation? Everybody has a right to live. So you have no right to kill anyone, let alone animals. You have a right to kill no one. So that is the basic principle of living according to religious principles. So when the very fundamental act of eating food is based on killing, so they can never be pardoned, they can never be considered as kind people, they can never be considered as nice people. Never, never, never. So all meat eaters are cruel, hard-hearted, sinful, the lowest of mankind. This is nothing to do with any belief system. This is nothing to do with any religious beliefs, etc. It is very, very basic, fundamental principle that we should understand. I'll stop here. We'll discuss more in the next session.